Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 8th, 2015, and today is the first Friday of the month. And as we know, what do we expect from the first Friday of the month? The non-farm payroll change. So that's going to come out at 2:30 South African time. There's another CAD number, unemployment number, also at 2:30 South African time. So let's just analyze some of the charts regarding what could possibly happen today. So this is the Euro USD as we're looking at it. And if you guys remember, we had this big sell-off from last summer until the beginning of March, and then we found some base. We found some base at 105, and then we channeled, we tried, we bounced, we faulted, we bounced again, and we faulted at 110, and then we retested somewhat close to our lows of 105, and then we broke this 110 level. So as we go into this number today, we're just below 113, a high of 113.68 here, and a low of 112. So one or two things can happen. Okay, it could sustain this resistance level right about here, which is somewhat breaking it, but not really breaking it. And then we can bounce. We could see some sort of bounce today, or we could see this falter. So in essence, there are two possible options. And it's interesting that we're coming to this very high range right before the NFP number. So you know, if you're really quick on the keyboard and you're able to execute some of the first trades, you may be able to get in. Better trade, I think, would be the GBP dollar. Okay, this is the GBP USD, and as you can see, we're at the top of the range up here. Okay, basically, we're looking at 155 as a resistance level, and this could either pop up, okay, or it could falter again. However, whichever way it's going to go, okay, it's going to continue. I think it's not going to fade. So I would say this is a better graph to actually trade. Just because it's a little bit more, technically wise, it's a little bit more honest. If you see here, and you'll understand why I'm saying that, right here we have support, okay, we broke that support, became resistance, and now we're finding ourselves double top here. So in essence, you know, it's hard to gauge whether or not we'll actually break up or break below, but in essence, it's quite interesting that we've brought ourselves all the way back right before the NFP number to a major resistant level. So if we do see a breakout on the top side, I wouldn't mind chasing it a little bit for possible take to 157 or even 158. However, if it does falter, okay, I wouldn't be as inclined to short it, okay, because it may just be fading. However, if it does break on the high side, I wouldn't mind chasing it a little bit to see if it's going to go higher. Okay, that would be my play in terms of the dollar versus the GBP. And like I said, I think it's a better play than trading the Euro USD, which is not on a specific resistance level. Okay, so let's look at the USD Japanese yen. USD Japanese yen not doing much. As we said, it's in the middle of its range. The Japanese yen is pretty much dead for now. Okay. However, that doesn't mean that it won't change. Looking at the USD CAD, also we faltered here. We had a high of 128, and the CAD got a little bit stronger, and we're trading at 121 right now. So the question is will it take off? Will it be able to sustain some sort of momentum? Okay, this is looking at a longer chart, so you see some of the history here. But will it be able to maintain this momentum on the high side, okay, this bounce, in order to take it to 121, or is it going to just continue faltering to 119? So that's the question today. I would really be glued around 2 o'clock to see how we're going to be reacting to the NFP number right before. Most of the day will be probably kind of choppy until the number comes out, but it is, like we said, a major number and the most important number of the month. Looking at the Dow Jones has been selling off the past couple of days, and we're doing what we always do. We sell off and then we buy it right back again. So we are shy of 18,000, which is a major number, about 114 points, 104 points shy of it. But looking at a long-term chart, we've just been, trading in a range right here, and we're trading in a tighter range. And it's not even becoming a wedge formation. It's doing nothing, okay? It's really hard to trade this right now. I guess you could buy the bottom of this at 17,698 and continue shorting the top of it, which would be somewhere around 18,100-ish level right up here, and buying right down here. So in essence, this will be affected tremendously today. Let's see how the market reacts to the NFP number today, and let's see what kind of information is going to come out that's going to affect the markets. Okay, it's very hard. I think it's a harder number this month as we're going into the summer months. It's the end, the beginning of May. As we're going into July, it's a little bit harder to see. Looking at oil here, oil sold off nicely off the highs of 62.45, and we're trading underneath the $60 range at 58.56. So again, we're at a pivotal point for this. This is somewhat of a support right here, and previous resistance, as we could see here, previous resistance right up here, and support right here. So if we do break this, we could see ourselves going back down to 55.5-ish level, or if we do hold it, we may continue going up. Okay, so that really needs to be seen, and I would suggest keeping an eye on this as well. Altogether, it is trading pretty well, so it's something that when there is volume and there is momentum in the specific field, in the specific symbol, that's something that needs to be looked at. So again, we're looking at the GBP USD as my number one. And my number two is the Euro USD, the Dow Jones, and the oil is my number three. Looking at gold just briefly, not doing much. Let's just highlight where we're at right now. Okay, we're in at 1183 at the bottom of the range. Okay, so we may just pop up again as we normally do as we get down here. This is going all the way back to March, the end of March. If we're looking at a 1 hour chart, it's still very, very flat. And look at this area right here. There isn't these big moves that we expected like this. It's been relatively very, very solemn. We could expect, like I said, a nice bump today if the numbers come out worse than expected, and we see a nice bounce in gold. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish everybody a great weekend and a great trading day. Thank you.